Alright, air signs, these are going to be your guidance videos for this week, starting today until April 3rd. You will notice that I have put all the guidance videos in their elements, grouped by their elements this week. I'm probably going to do this again next week. I feel like the week after is when we'll go back to each individual sign having their own video. I like it better just that way instead of having to do all the timestamps. But timestamps are below. So we're going to start with Gemini. Gemini, let's see what your energy is going to be this week. So you have Door to Spirit. So Gemini, when you get this card, this means that Door to Spirit or the veil is being lifted for you. So I feel like there's either Spirit is coming to you and has something to say to you, or is trying to get a message to you, or you're having some sort of interaction or some sort of experience this week where you are closer to Spirit. So this card can be an indicator of spiritual awakenings or new beginnings. This card can also say that you are going to have strong intuition this week, something like that. We are going to clarify, Gemini, and we're going to use the Numinous Astro deck to clarify. And this is going to make this general reading a little bit more personal, a little bit easier to resonate, because you'll be able to use this placement of this card in your own astrological birth chart, and then you'll be able to see what this guidance is talking to you about personally. Alright, Gemini, so you have Mercury. Mercury is about communication. So I do think it's going to have something to do with intuition, like you are. It does say on here, words, thoughts, information, learning, visions. So I do feel like you're going to have some sort of spiritual communication with Spirit this week, where you feel like you're getting some sort of intuition, some sort of new knowledge is coming to you. Now, we did just have that full moon on the 28th of March, and that was the full moon in Libra. That was a pretty significant full moon. It represented any imbalances that you had in your life, any injustices that you had kind of being balanced out or being set right. So if you had anything that was spiritual in that particular time, I feel like that could have something to do with what's happening here. But Mercury is moving into Aries on April 3rd, which would be the last day of this reading. And Mercury again does have something to do with communication, and Aries, of course, being fiery, passionate. So I just feel like you have some sort of passion, some sort of passionate drive to find some sort of communication that has to do with your intuition or your spirituality. Alright, Gemini, a challenge or obstacle that you might face, you have the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is about the universe offering you some sort of new beginning. And the Door to Spirit did say something about a new beginning. So the universe could be trying to offer you something and you're not seeing it. You see how he's only focused on his cups already down here. He's not even looking up here. In fact, he has his arms crossed. It's possible that you're blocking something out, some sort of opportunity. Alright, a lesson that you've already learned, Gemini, that can help you with that challenge or obstacle. You have the Tower. So the Tower is about quick change. It's about something shocking happening. It's about like disruption and chaos. This isn't your lessons already learned, but a lot of times when the Tower comes out in this position, this means that that is what is happening right now. And then outcome, Gemini, you do move to calmer waters. I feel like you take yourself out of the situation. You have some sort of understanding with the swords. It gives you some sort of clarity, and I feel like it comes from Spirit. That's the intuition or the communication that you're waiting for. It is going to come after this Tower moment, so I do feel like there is something that's going to be shocking, maybe something that is going to change. It could have something to do with your love situation. Cups are love. But it could just be about an opportunity, like maybe an opportunity that you didn't see to be able to take your family to a calmer environment, something like that. Alright, we are going to go to Queen of the Moon for our guidance. And I've been explaining in each of the other videos, when I do my readings for my birth chart, my signs, I always use these cards. A lot of times I forget. When I'm doing everybody's, I feel like they just kind of start to blend together, and I might forget. And as I'm going through my week, it'll happen, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I said that was going to happen, right? So I'll use this first guidance card to help me get through whatever this challenge or obstacle is. And then as I go through my week and I've made it and I've done what I was supposed to, when I get to this second card, or like when I get to the outcome, I'm like, okay, I did it, so now what? Then I'll use the second guidance card to tell me like what's coming, what energy is coming in, how am I going to, like what do I have to look forward to, that type of thing. Alright, so you have protection and you have boundaries. So protection tells me that you're protected by spirit. I do see the red cardinal every time I flip this card over. And of course, a lot of people believe that red cardinals are your passed on loved ones. So it is possible, Gemini, that you have a passed on loved one that is protecting you right now. And then of course, boundaries is about setting healthy boundaries. But it's also about not locking yourself away. So I feel like that can go for a small group of people. You could be locking yourself away, like keeping yourself in this protected bubble, and you're not letting, you're not experiencing the world. I feel like because you're scared of something like a tower moment. I just want to say, when towers come out, they can be a little frightening. A lot of times people get scared and it's like, oh no, what's going to happen? Whatever this change brings always has a good outcome. It's always for the greater good, right? So I feel like it's not necessarily scary. It's something that you've probably been blocking out, and the universe is just going to bring it in for you. And it's going to have something to do with taking yourself to calmer waters. You can see like they're leaving a very turbulent situation, and they're getting to move to a more calmer, peaceful environment. Alright, we are going to end it with a moonology oracle. I do feel like it's clearly telling you, when you do have this tower moment, Gemini, just know you are protected. You are, I feel like, very much in a protected bubble. So whatever it is that's shocking that's happening, don't have fear, have faith. Alright, so this moonology oracle is to help with your thoughts and emotions. And don't let your past hold you back. The South Node popped out, flew out. So I'm going to leave it there for you, Gemini. I feel like that is going to be your guidance for the week. Have a great week. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, if it feels like your tribe, please like and subscribe. Alright, Libra, let's see what is going on with you this week. We did just experience that massive full moon on the 28th. I'm sure that brought you a tremendous amount of power, which was the Libra worm full moon. A big release. We do have Mercury moving into Mars, I believe April 3rd, and that is going to really bring some maybe fiery climatic conversations and communications. So it should be a pretty interesting week. Let's see, what energies are you working with this week, Libra? You have blossoming abundance. That's beautiful. It's number 3 in my energy oracle. And blossoming abundance talks about not only are you abundant, but this is like brand new. This is things that you've been hoping for, wishing for, but they're all new. It's kind of like a flower has grown and it is blossoming for the first time. It's opening for the first time. So something very new. That's beautiful, Libra. Alright, we are going to clarify our energy of the week, and we're going to use the Numinous Astro deck. And with this deck, because these are general readings, they might resonate, they might not. This deck is going to help you place this reading into your own astrological birth chart. If you don't have your own birth chart, I do highly recommend getting it, and that way you'll know what videos you need to watch. I always recommend, of course, your sun, moon, and rising. But really you should be watching all of them. It should make a storyline that kind of makes a complete story from beginning to end with guidance. That's the purpose. So let's see what we can clarify. What is this blossoming abundance about? Alright, Libra, it's your first house. Yes, we are in Aries season. It's the I am, it's yourself. So something new about yourself is blossoming. That's beautiful, Libra. It does say it's your physical body, your outlook, your self-image, life philosophy, like how you believe and think things through, that kind of thing. Your consciousness, opinions, awakening, self-awareness. This can be about arrival, expression, gateway, or entry point. So it's very much about you, who you are as a person. There is something very new this week that is blossoming and very abundant. Alright, so yes, I knew that full moon was going to be very powerful for you. Let's see what challenges or obstacles you might face this week, Libra. Okay, you have the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is about being courageous. You're having to be brave about something. Most likely it's going to have something to do with like your self-esteem, your self-expression, how you feel about yourself, something like that. But a lesson that you've already learned, Libra, that can help you with this challenge or obstacle, you have the Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles is about making a decision, having to decide one way or the other, that type of thing. The Two of Pentacles can also be about adapting also. So I'm feeling like if you feel like you've been juggling too much for too long, you might be needing to adapt to a certain situation, and that could bring you more courage, more bravery, more passion to take action towards something. I'm feeling that for somebody. Outcome, Libra. Wow, the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so the Two of Pentacles is also about like stretching resources. So you might be having like fear because you're having to stretch resources. And then the Queen of Pentacles is resources. She is the resourceful one in the tarot. She is the person who has control of her finances. She doesn't overspend. She is very like mature and responsible and that type of thing. So I feel like this is just what's happening. You've had some sort of fear, and it has to have something to do with your first house, like who you are. I feel like you were stretching something. It could be like you were stretching yourself too thin. I'm getting something like that. It could be stretching like your courage or your bravery or your drive to take action. You do come up with resources at the end of this week, Libra, and these resources are what's going to help you really blossom. I mean, abundance is about having more than you need, but blossoming is about having new things, new exciting energies. Alright, we are going to pull Queen of the Moon. We'll do two, one for the beginning of the week and one for the end of the week. And this first card is going to help you with how do you get this drive, how do you get this passion or courage to do whatever it is, whatever you're needing to take an action on. So you have resistance. Okay, so resistance talks about make sure if you feel like you're resisting something, make sure that you are doing it for a good purpose. You know, like, is it really going to benefit you to resist change, a certain change? A lot of times we don't want to change because we're comfortable in the way that we are. And that can make you feel maybe not so courageous when it's time to make some sort of big decision and it's time to make some sort of big change. So if you are resisting something, make sure that it's something that's actually going to benefit you in the end. And then you have, wow, the blue moon. So expect the unexpected. So I feel like it's going to have something to do with finances, but it's going to be something that makes you confident in who you are. So I feel like if you've been resisting something, the guidance here is just telling you, make sure that if you're resisting it, that it's actually going to help you. And if not, then let go of this resistance, adapt so that you can get these resources. And I feel like something very shocking is going to come in for you at the end of this week, Libra. Wow, nice reading so far. Everybody's kind of had a little bit hectic reading since the full moon. And of course, Libra, it was the Libra full moon. So Libra's doing great. Alright, let's see. So I'm going to pull a moonology oracle, and this is going to help with your thoughts and emotions. I don't feel like it's going to be an emotional week. I do feel like you might be a little bit fearful of change, but I don't feel like it's anything that's going to cause you to be overly emotional. It's a time to give rather than take. It's the new moon in Virgo. It's beautiful. Alright, Libra, I'm going to leave it there. I feel like that is going to be your guidance for the week. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, if it feels like your tribe, please like and subscribe. Alright, Aquarius, these are going to be your guidance card for this week starting today until April 3rd. Energy of the week, you have hostilities, Aquarius. So hostilities can mean that someone is being hostile towards you, or it could mean that you are being hostile towards someone else. Let's see. Alright, it says defenses are up and there's aggressive energy. This aggressive energy may be verbal or emotional, with someone in your environment being excessively critical, demanding, or hurtful. Alright, so Aquarius, what are you dealing with here? Alright, so we're going to clarify this energy of the week with the Numinous Astro deck, and this is going to help place this general reading in your own personal birth chart, so it will resonate more and you'll be able to see how you can actually use this guidance in your own experience. So let's see. Alright, so we have Chiron. Chiron is an asteroid. It's actually not a planet. It's not the sun or the moon. It's actually it's an asteroid that is it signifies healing powers, growth, release, personal development, inherited issues. It can be about self-doubt. It can be about generational trauma, shame, sensitivity. It can be about forgiveness, your superpowers, divinity, cleansing, softness, and pain. So Chiron is your wounded healer. And your wounded healer, where it falls in your astrological chart, I would definitely recommend to go see where Chiron falls in your own personal birth chart. If you do not have your personal birth chart, please email me and I will send you a link of where you can get one for free. But everyone should have one. But I feel like there is some sort of hostility that's happening, that's causing you deep hurt, deep pain, deep wounding. And I feel like it's something that you've probably been dealing with for a long time, especially with the words generational trauma on here. This could be like something that you were breaking, that you're healing for your family for several generations. So for example, if you're in an abusive relationship, it is most likely that your parents or their parents and before, like, you see what I'm trying to say, were also abusive. Like, it just keeps going, one generation after another. And most likely you're going to be the healer of this situation. So there's something that you're going to do in your lifetime that's going to stop this issue. So your children are not going to go on into abusive relationships. Do you see what I'm trying to say? And again, I'm just using that as an example. There's several different examples you could use, but I felt like that was the one that was just the easiest to grab, I guess. Alright, Aquarius. It's weird to me how when I'm doing these readings, I'm realizing and I see things that are happening to other people, and not only are these cards helping them heal, but I feel like it's also helping me heal in situations that maybe I have been in, or situations where, and not only where like I'm the victim, but also like maybe where I was the aggressor, so, or maybe like where I was the hostile party, something like that. So I just do feel like it just amazes me that I don't have very much Aquarius in my birth chart, and I can still resonate, and I can still see how this could help heal some sort of, you know, blockage or wound. Alright, Aquarius, let's see. A challenge or obstacle, you have the World. Okay, so the World is about completing something. You're coming full circle. And I feel like you're not able to complete this. And it's probably this lesson with your wounded warrior. Like, it's probably has something to do with this situation here. I'm gonna look at something real quick. Okay, so I just looked it up and I was focused on this wounded healer, this Chiron. What I'm feeling is until you're able to heal this situation, this completion or this world is just blocked to you. Like it's not, you're not able to reach your full potential. You're not able to complete some sort of life lesson. You're not able to have the world in the palm of your hands. And that's what I'm feeling there. A lesson that you've already learned that can help you with that challenge or obstacle. Wow. Okay, so we have the Tower. The Tower is about quick, drastic change. Something happens really shocking. A lot of times, I believe Libra just received the Tower. A lot of times when people receive the Tower, they get scared and they think, oh no, something bad's going to happen. The Tower is not about something bad happening. The Tower is about something happening that shocks you and brings change. It's possible that it's going to bring change that you have been resisting. That you have not wanted to do just because you're comfortable in the or set in the way that things are. But the Tower is not usually something. I feel like it's been falling in this position. It's something that's happening right now. And then outcome. Wow, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So Nine of Pentacles, you're on your own. You're independent. You're confident. You're self-assured. You know what it is that you want, and you know what it is that you're doing. Alright, Aquarius, we're going to jump to Queen of the Moon and see if we can get some guidance for this week. I feel like if you can heal your Chiron, if you can heal wherever this hostility is coming from, I feel like this whole world is just going to open up to you, and you would be able to be this independent, confident, self-assured person. But I feel like you've been dealing with this for quite some time, and I have noticed since we just had that Libra full moon that, yeah, it seems like it's really pushing us to do things maybe that we've been needing to do for quite some time, but we haven't wanted to do it just because we're comfortable and set in our ways. And I feel like that's what this Tower moment is going to be. But you can see that the outcome is you're perfectly fine. So Aquarius, when this Tower moment does happen, just make sure to use the guidance cards to help you get through. So Wisdom. And Wisdom talks about, it's not just about book knowledge. It's about using like your own personal life experiences to gain knowledge from. That's where your wisdom comes from. It is number 22. So I'm seeing a lot of twos. So I feel like when this Tower moment happens, it's just telling you to use your previous life experiences to get through this Tower moment. And then you have attraction, and that's what's going to happen. As soon as you get through this Tower moment, by using your previous life experiences, you're going to become this self-assured, independent, powerful person, and that's where you're going to start to attract even more wealth. That's where you're going to start to attract this opportunity, this the world expanding and opening up to you is what I'm feeling. Attraction talks about how we decide what we receive and what we repel away. So if you are sick of the hostility, if you are sick of the angry, if you're sick of the negative energy, you do have power to push that away. You do not have to keep taking it. You can push it out of your life, and you surround yourself by positive energy, and you're going to attract more positivity. Alright, Aquarius, we're going to end it with a moonology oracle, and this is going to help with your thoughts and emotions. I definitely feel like it's going to be an emotional week, just because you have a lot of change happening, a lot going on, but I do feel like you're going to get through it just by using your previous life experiences, and once you start to extract these new positive energies in, you're really going to start to heal this wounded warrior. It says, be bold, make the first move, and it is the cardinal moon. Alright, Aquarius, I'm going to end it there. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, if it feels like your tribe, please like and subscribe.